Willie, was this as nerve-wracking or more so than the Michigan game to sit there and watch?
I think it was more like probably more nerve-wracking because the way I felt the Michigan game, there's no way I was going to play. No way I could play. I couldn't even put. But this game, like, I've been walking on it for like 3 days, so I'm like, I swear I could play. Like, that's the way I feel. I swear I could play, coach. I swear I could play. And so that's kind of what like I was feeling like anytime I like stood up and jumped up onto the floor, I was like, yeah, I swear if I just did treatment a lot, I could play. Like that's the only thing that was going in my head, and so that kind of had my nerves going because like I feel like I could just tell coach, look, I got my jersey on, let me come, in jeans and shoes and all that. I'll still go in there.
Are you feeling like Monday's still a possibility?
I doubt it. I mean, I'm still gonna try, but I doubt if they let me.
What about the fact that every game has just been so close down to the wire?
My nerves can't take it. I hate close games like that. It's too much nerve-wracking. Like, but then again, like you love it because like that's what college basketball is all about, especially this tournament. So like when you're watching it instead of living it, it's crazy. Like when you're living it, there's no other feeling like it. But when you're watching it, you're kind of like, oh, that's March Madness. But when you're living it, it's a whole nother thing.
Willie, what is it about Aaron? What does he have?
Ice. He's got ice in his veins, man. Like, I don't know. I honestly, I have no clue, but the man is he's clutch.
When you saw him get the ball on the wing there, did you think he was going to pull right there?
Honestly, didn't know. I was, when Drew drove, I thought he was going to lose it. Bounced into the car, and I thought he was going to lose. I was like, come on, please don't do it. Like, after we lost that Florida game in the SEC tournament on a slip, like, that's the only thing you're going through your mind is like, please don't, like, lose on some stupid stuff. And then, he gave it to Aaron, and Drew said he seen him smiling when he started sizing him up. I said, this dude was smiling for real. I want to see a picture of him smiling, like, or something like, that's what I want to see, tomorrow. I want to see his picture smiling, if he really smiled and sized him up before he took the shot, because if he did, he's by far the coldest dude I've ever played ball with.
If I would have told you after the South Carolina loss that you guys would play for a national championship, what would you have said to me?
I don't know. It just, the way I felt after South Carolina wasn't like, this is the end of the world. Like, I've been through that. And I feel like, going in to the SEC tournament last year, coming off of, the win against Missouri and Florida, like, I think we can turn the hump and then get killed by Vandy. I mean, it could have been the same way. Like, we beat Vandy, like, we move on and keep winning like that. You might see the same season out of last year. Who knows? But, this year, we just turned the hump earlier. And, that's the only thing is just staying, what Coach says is so true. Like, you just stay in the moment and, listen and continue to grow and lose yourself in your teammates. Like, this is what happens.
I know you want to play. You say that they might not let you, even though maybe you might have a chance. Is this about just potentially costing yourself millions, if you decide to go? I mean, if you get hurt, is it about potentially losing millions in the draft?
Look, I honestly don't know. Personally, pride kicks in. I mean, like, this is what you go to school for. Like, I mean, if you're a basketball player, for me, this is what I go to school for. Education's, one thing. I got good grades and everything, but ball is like, you come here to play in this tournament. Like, at that level, you here to play in this tournament, and you get this close, and you're not able to play in it. Now pride kicks in. Like, look, I have a broken foot. I'm gonna try to play. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care if there's a cast on it. I want to play. Like, that's how I feel about it. I wouldn't care if it was cut off. I would try to play. But then the adrenaline stops, and then you start thinking about if you can even really play on with that kind of pain, and what your coaches and your trainers and your parents are saying, they're trying to, weighs in on what you're trying to do, in the future. But, like, right now, it's like you're living in a moment. Like, we're here. You might not get a chance ever, like, to come back to this place. And it's, I don't know, to me, like, that means more to me than potentially losing millions. I mean, this lasts forever. Millions you're going to blow it eventually. So, that's the way I feel.
You came back last year after an NIT. I mean, is this describe everything you're thinking at this point after having gone through that and to get to this point now.
I remember after we lost against Robert Morris, it was in the locker room, and the reporters was asking me like, are you gonna, take the next step to the league and everything? And I'm like, look, I feel like incomplete. Like there's something in my heart that's incomplete. Like I can't just leave off that, and with that kind of taste in my mouth, and like I have, a goal to get to the NCAA championship game, and it's surreal that it actually happened. People just really say that. Like that, I was honestly just really saying that. Like, I didn't really know if, I couldn't tell the future or nothing, but I was honestly just saying that, just to sound good in the media. You know what I'm saying? And then like now it's happening. And it's crazy. Like it really happened. And as an AC. But all the work that we put in, like we deserve it. I mean, almost all the stuff that we done this year, and all the work, and all the extra work, and then all the bad times that we went through. Just prepared us to play like that, to go down to the last second shot for 2 or 3 games in a row, like 4 games really. But